The massive object appeared on Earth's deep space sensors on a quiet Tuesday morning. At first, the astronomers thought it was a mistake in their readings. No known space object could be that large. But as more observatories confirmed the same data, an uncomfortable truth emerged. Earth was about to have its first alien contact. The object was not alone. Behind it, spread across a vast distance, were hundreds more. They moved with purpose, their formation too perfect to be natural. The entire fleet was heading directly toward the solar system. In Washington, D.C., London, Beijing, Moscow, and other capitals around the world, emergency meetings were called. The Global Defense Council, a secret organization prepared for exactly this scenario, activated its protocols. Deep beneath the Rocky Mountains, military commanders from every major nation gathered in a room that had never been used before today. "The alien fleet will reach Mars orbit in 6 hours," announced Admiral Thompson, his weathered face illuminated by the giant screen behind him. "Our early warning systems indicate they possess technology far beyond our public space capabilities." The word public made several council members smile. For 30 years, Earth had maintained 2 space programs, one for the public and one hidden from the world's own population. The secret program had produced technologies that would seem like magic to most people. As the alien ships entered the solar system, they'd broadcast a message in perfect English. "Greetings, Earth. We represent the Galactic Empire, a federation of 10,000 worlds. We come in peace to offer you membership in our great civilization." The message continued with promises of advanced technology, medical breakthroughs, and access to the stars. But buried in the diplomatic language was a clear threat: join or face complete isolation from galactic society. The Empire's diplomatic vessel, a sleek ship that seemed to shine like liquid metal, took up position near Earth's moon. From it came a smaller craft carrying their ambassadors. The Earth's Council chose the neutral location of Geneva, Switzerland, for the first meeting. The aliens looked almost human, except for their silver-tinted skin and slightly larger eyes. Their leader, who called himself High Ambassador Reed, spoke with a voice that seemed too perfect, too practiced. "We have watched your world for some time," Reed said, addressing the gathered human representatives. "Your potential is impressive. The Empire can help you achieve greatness among the stars." The human delegation listened politely. They noted how the alien ambassador emphasized Earth's potential rather than its achievements. They noticed the subtle condescension in his tone, the assumption of superiority in every gesture. "We appreciate your generous offer," said Director Williams, speaking for Earth. "However, such an important decision requires careful consideration. We request time to discuss this among our people." The aliens' reaction was telling. A flicker of surprise crossed their features, quickly hidden. They had expected immediate acceptance, even gratitude. The idea that Earth might need time to think seemed to confuse them. "Of course," Reed replied, his perfect smile never wavering. "But understand that the Empire's offer is time-sensitive. We will await your response for 1 Earth week." After the aliens departed for their ship, the real meeting began. In the secure chamber beneath Geneva, Earth's leaders reviewed their secret capabilities: quantum shields that could repel any known weapon, AI systems that could process combat decisions faster than thought, a network of stealth satellites that had tracked every movement of the alien ships without detection. "They think we're primitive," General Martinez observed, "just because we don't flaunt our technology like they do." "That's their weakness," Director Williams replied. "Their arrogance blinds them. They see our old space shuttles and think that's all we have. They watch our public broadcasts and think they know us." The Council's decision was unanimous. Earth would neither accept nor reject the Empire's offer yet. They would watch, wait, and prepare. If the Empire proved to be true allies, Earth would gladly join them as equals, not servants. But if they proved to be conquerors in diplomats' clothing, well, Earth had more than a few surprises ready. The message sent back to the Empire was simple: Earth thanks the Galactic Empire for their generous offer. We will require our full week of consideration to make our decision. As the alien ships waited in space, Earth's hidden defenses stayed alert, ready for any possibility. The game had begun, and humanity was playing for keeps. Deep beneath the Indian Ocean, in a facility unknown to most of humanity, Dr. Thomas activated the quantum shield for another test. The massive energy barrier sparkled like diamonds in sunlight before becoming completely invisible. This technology, developed through 20 years of secret international cooperation, was Earth's greatest defense. Shield strength at 100%, reported his assistant, Dr. Wilson. The Empire's scans still can't detect it. Above them, hidden Imperial probe ships tried desperately to map Earth's defenses. They found only what humanity wanted them to see: outdated missile silos, primitive radar stations, and basic satellite networks. The real defenses remained invisible to their most advanced scanners. In orbit, Commander Baker watched from the bridge of Earth's first stealth battleship, the EDS Vigilant. From the outside, it appeared to be a simple communications satellite. Inside, it housed weapons that could cripple an Imperial cruiser with a single shot. Another Imperial scout just passed by, his sensor officer reported. They didn't even look twice at us. The Empire's arrogance was becoming their greatest weakness. They were so convinced of their technological superiority that they never considered Earth might have secrets they couldn't detect. Meanwhile, in the Himalayan Command Center, Earth's ag defense system, called Guardian, processed millions of calculations per second. It had already mapped every weakness in the Imperial fleet's formation, analyzed their communication patterns, and developed counter-strategies for any possible attack. Guardian has identified a critical flaw in their faster-than-light drive system, reported Technical Director Anderson to the Global Defense Council. Their ships create a specific energy signature before jumping. We can predict their movements and disable their drives if needed. The council members nodded in approval. Humanity had learned from its own violent history. While the Empire built bigger weapons, Earth had focused on defense and countermeasures. Every advance in Imperial technology had been studied and a defense prepared, all without the Empire's knowledge. But the Empire wasn't completely blind. Their best spy, Agent Reed, the same one who posed as their ambassador, had noticed small inconsistencies, energy readings that didn't match Earth's supposed technology level, strange gaps in their deep space sensor data, metals and materials that shouldn't exist given Earth's official technological capabilities. Something isn't right about this planet, Reed reported back to the Imperial Command. They're hiding something. The Imperial Command dismissed his concerns. They're primitives, the High Commander replied. They still use chemical rockets. What could they possibly hide from us? But Reed wasn't convinced. He ordered his agents to look closer, to dig deeper. They tried to infiltrate Earth's major research facilities, only to be blocked by security systems that seemed impossibly advanced. They attempted to hack Earth's networks, only to be caught, and fed false data by Guardian. In Washington, D.C., the President received hourly updates on the Imperial agents' failed attempts to uncover Earth's secrets. Each failure made the Empire more frustrated, more likely to make mistakes. They're getting desperate, reported the intelligence chief. Their agents are taking bigger risks, making sloppy mistakes. The President smiled. Everything was going according to plan. Earth had spent decades preparing for this moment, building defenses that no one could detect, developing technologies that even the Empire couldn't match. In orbit, the Imperial fleet grew restless. They had expected Earth to eagerly accept their offer. Instead, they faced careful consideration and polite delays. Their scans showed nothing threatening, yet something felt wrong. The Empire wasn't used to waiting, wasn't used to dealing with planets that didn't immediately bow to their superiority. Perhaps we should show them a small demonstration of our power, suggested one Imperial commander. Something to help them make the right decision. Little did they know, Earth was watching every move, recording every conversation. Guardian processed their threats, updated defense strategies, and prepared countermeasures. The quantum shields waited silently, ready to activate in microseconds. The stealth fleet held position, weapons primed but hidden. Earth's message remained the same. We are still considering your generous offer. But behind those polite words, humanity prepared for any possibility. The Empire thought they were dealing with a primitive world. They were about to learn how wrong they were. The week was almost over. In the Imperial flagship, High Commander Stone paced the bridge, his silver skin reflecting the starlight. Earth's continued delay was making him look weak in front of the Empire. No planet had ever taken this long to accept their offer. "Send the ultimatum," he ordered. "It's time to show them what happens to worlds that waste the Empire's time." The message arrived at every major capital on Earth simultaneously. Your time for consideration is over. Join the Empire within the next 24 hours or face the consequences. This is not a negotiation. In the Global Defense Council chamber, Earth's leaders watched the message with calm faces. They had expected this. The Empire always showed its true colors eventually. Guardian has completed its analysis of their fleet movements, Director Williams announced. They're positioning for a show of force, probably targeting our major military installations. But Guardian had found something else too. Dr. Thomas rushed into the chamber, holding a tablet with remarkable data. "We found their weakness," he said, his eyes bright with excitement. "Their faster-than-light drives have a fatal flaw." He explained how the Empire's ships created tiny tears in space to achieve faster-than-light travel. But Earth's quantum sensors had detected that these tears were unstable. With the right frequency from Earth's defense systems, they could prevent any Imperial ship from escaping. "They'll be trapped here," General Martinez said, understanding the implications. No retreat, no reinforcements. Around the world, hidden defense installations hummed to life. Quantum shields extended invisibly over every major city. Stealth satellites moved into attack positions. Guardian ran combat simulations, calculating every possible scenario. The Empire's spy network was in chaos. Agent Reed's reports grew more urgent. "Something is wrong. Earth's military bases are too quiet. Their leaders too confident. We're missing something important." But the Imperial command ignored these warnings. They began their final preparations for attack, confident in their superior numbers and firepower. Their sensors still showed only Earth's public defenses, outdated missiles, and primitive fighters. "Maybe we should conduct more scans," a junior Imperial officer suggested. Agent Reed's reports. "Enough," High Commander Stone interrupted. "I will not be made to look foolish by a primitive world. They've had their chance." In low Earth orbit, Commander Baker and the stealth fleet watched the Imperial ships moving into attack formation. His crews were calm, well-trained. They had practiced this scenario countless times. "Guardian has transmitted the final defense codes," his tactical officer reported. "All systems are ready." The Global Defense Council made their final preparations. Emergency bunkers were quietly activated. The quantum shield network was tested one last time. Earth's hidden fleet waited silently in the darkness of space. Director Williams drafted Earth's response to the ultimatum. "The people of Earth have considered your offer carefully. We must respectfully decline membership in your empire. We choose to remain independent." The message was simple, direct, and carried a hidden warning that the Empire, in their arrogance, would miss completely. In the Imperial flagship, High Commander Stone read Earth's response with disbelief that quickly turned to rage. "They dare reject us. Begin the attack preparations. We'll show them what happens to worlds that defy the Empire." But even as he gave the order, Earth was ready. Guardian had already predicted his exact response, his exact orders, even which targets he would choose first. The quantum shields were positioned perfectly. The stealth fleet had every Imperial ship targeted. The Empire thought they were about to teach Earth a lesson. Instead, they were about to learn one themselves. As the Imperial ships moved into attack positions, Earth's defenders stayed calm. Years of preparation were about to pay off. The next 24 hours would change the galaxy forever, and Earth was ready for whatever came next. The Imperial ships struck at dawn. 1,000 energy beams lit up Earth's sky, each targeting a major military installation. High Commander Stone watched with satisfaction, expecting to see explosions across the planet's surface. Instead, the beams hit nothing but air. They vanished, absorbed by invisible shields that suddenly shimmered like northern lights before fading away again. Impossible, Stone shouted. Their technology is primitive. How can they have energy shields? Before he could give new orders, Earth revealed its first surprise. The communication satellites around the planet transformed. Hidden panels opened, revealing weapons unlike anything the Empire had seen before. Commander Baker's voice came through on all Imperial channels. "This is Earth Defense Fleet. Your attack on our world has been noted. Surrender now or face the consequences." The Empire responded with more attacks. Their ships launched waves of missiles and energy weapons, but Earth's quantum shields held firm, their invisible protection making the Empire's most powerful weapons useless. "Guardian has calculated their attack pattern," reported Dr. Wilson from the Underwater Command Center. "Initiating countermeasures now." Across Earth's defense network, Guardian took control. The AI system had spent years preparing for this moment. It knew every Imperial tactic, every weakness in their formation. Now it would show them what Earth could really do. The stealth fleet struck first. Beams of concentrated quantum energy hit 20 Imperial ships before they even knew they were under attack. The mighty vessels didn't explode. They simply stopped working, their systems frozen by Earth's advanced technology. "What's happening?" demanded Stone as reports of disabled ships flooded in. "Find those attack vessels." But Earth's ships were already moving to new positions, still invisible to Imperial sensors. Guardian coordinated their movements perfectly, never letting them stay in one place long enough to be detected. In the Himalayan Command Center, Director Williams watched the battle unfold on giant screens. Earth's forces were performing exactly as planned. The Empire's mighty fleet was being picked apart piece by piece, and they still couldn't find what was hitting them. "Their faster-than-light drives are trying to activate," reported a technician. "Ships are attempting to retreat." "Activate the quantum disruptors," ordered Williams. Hidden transmitters around Earth came to life, filling space with carefully calculated energy waves. The Imperial ships' faster-than-light drives sparked and died. They were trapped. High Commander Stone realized too late what was happening. His mighty fleet, the pride of the Empire, was being defeated by a planet they had dismissed as primitive. "Launch everything," he ordered in desperation. "All weapons, all ships, crush them." But Earth had planned for this too. As the Imperial ships charged forward, Guardian activated its master stroke. Quantum energy fields appeared between the Imperial vessels, cutting their fleet into isolated groups. Each group found itself surrounded by Earth's invisible defenders. "You forgot the most important rule of warfare," Commander Baker transmitted to the Imperial flagship. "Never underestimate your opponent." The battle lasted less than an hour. When it was over, half the Imperial fleet hung dead in space, their systems knocked out by Earth's quantum weapons. The other half remained operational but trapped, unable to escape or fight effectively. From his flagship, High Commander Stone watched in disbelief. His perfect record of victories, 300 years of conquest, ended by a planet that wasn't supposed to have this level of technology. "How?" he demanded over the communication channel. "How did you hide all this from us?" Director Williams replied simply, "We learned long ago that it's better to be underestimated. Your arrogance made you blind. Earth has never been primitive. We were just patient." As Earth's forces secured their victory, news of the battle spread across the galaxy. For the first time in its long history, the mighty Galactic Empire had been defeated. And this was only the beginning of Earth's surprises. News of Earth's victory spread across the galaxy like wildfire. On thousands of worlds under Imperial control, People watched leaked videos of Earth's quantum shield stopping the Empire's strongest weapons. They saw Imperial ships hanging helpless in space, defeated by technology they couldn't even detect. If Earth can stand against them, so can we, whispered rebels on hundreds of worlds. Hope, long crushed under Imperial rule, began to grow again. In the Imperial capital, the High Council was in chaos. Reports from the failed attack on Earth had caused panic among the Imperial leadership. Councillor Banks, one of the oldest members, stood up during an emergency meeting. How can one primitive world have such advanced technology? He demanded. Our spies said they barely had space travel. The answer came from an unexpected source. A small trading world called Proxima sent a message to Earth, bypassing Imperial communication channels. We too hide our true capabilities, the message said. As do others. We would like to talk. More messages followed. Dozens of worlds reached out secretly to Earth, revealing that they had also been developing hidden technologies. The Empire's arrogance had created an entire network of worlds pretending to be weaker than they were. Director Williams brought this news to the Global Defense Council. We're not alone, she said. The Empire's greatest weakness is that they force worlds to appear primitive. They never realized they were creating their own opposition. Commander Baker, whose stealth fleet still held the remains of the Imperial attack force trapped in Earth orbit, received new orders. Make contact with these other worlds. The Council told him. Share what we know about Imperial weaknesses. Build a network. The Empire began to notice strange changes across their territory. Ships disappeared from their regular routes. Communications became unreliable. Whole sectors began reporting unusual equipment failures. Earth's quantum technology was spreading. In the Himalayan Command Center, Guardian processed data from across the galaxy. The AI system identified patterns in the growing rebellion, helping coordinate actions between distant worlds. Earth had become a beacon of resistance. On the Imperial capital, Agent Reed made his final report. We didn't just lose a battle, he warned. We've lost our image of invincibility. Earth showed the galaxy that we can be defeated. The Empire tried to suppress news of their defeat, but they couldn't stop the story from spreading. Too many Imperial crews had witnessed Earth's power. Too many worlds had seen the mighty Empire retreat in confusion. A small Imperial patrol near the edge of Empire space disappeared completely. When search ships arrived, they found the patrol ships intact but completely powerless. On their hulls, a message was painted in several languages, courtesy of Earth's defense technology. More worlds began openly defying Imperial orders. The Empire would send ships to punish them, only to find their weapons useless against newly raised quantum shields. Earth's defense technology had become a symbol of freedom. In Geneva, Earth's diplomatic corps worked around the clock, coordinating with other worlds. They helped create secure communication networks, shared defense strategies, and built alliances. Earth had become more than just a single defiant world. It was becoming the center of a growing resistance. The Empire's response was predictable. They ordered their entire fleet to mobilize. But even this caused problems. Crews who had heard about Earth's victory were hesitant to fight. Some ships reported mechanical problems. Others simply disappeared. The Empire is facing something worse than military defeat, Dr. Thomas explained to the Council. They're facing the loss of their reputation. Every world that successfully defies them encourages 10 more to try. Director Williams looked at the latest reports from across the galaxy. The Empire's perfect image of control was cracking. More worlds were reaching out to Earth every day, revealing their own hidden strengths, ready to stand together. The Empire had ruled through fear and the illusion of overwhelming power, but Earth had shown the galaxy something more important: the power of patience, preparation, and cooperation. The age of Imperial dominance was coming to an end. The Imperial capital shook with the launch of 10,000 ships. The Empire had called in every vessel, every battle cruiser, and every destroyer from across their territory. Their mission: blockade Earth and stop the spread of rebellion. Cut them off from the galaxy, ordered the Imperial High Council. No ships in or out of their solar system. Earth must be isolated and made an example of. High Commander Stone, still smarting from his defeat, led the massive fleet. This time, he thought, they would overwhelm Earth's defenses with sheer numbers. 10,000 ships against one planet. Even Earth's advanced technology couldn't stop them all. But Earth had been busy during the weeks since their first victory. Commander Baker stood on the bridge of the upgraded EDS Vigilant, watching the Imperial fleet's approach on quantum-enhanced sensors. "They still don't know about our faster-than-light ships, do they?" he asked his crew. "No, sir," his tactical officer replied with a smile. "They think we're trapped in our solar system." Earth had kept its biggest secret hidden until now. While the Empire was gathering its fleet, Earth's stealth ships had spread across the galaxy, making contact with other resistant worlds, sharing technology, and preparing for this moment. In the underwater command center, Dr. Thomas activated Earth's newest defense system. A network of quantum buoys around the solar system created an energy field unlike anything the Empire had seen before. "Let them try to blockade us," he said, watching the field shimmer into place. "They're about to learn another lesson about Earth's capabilities." The Imperial fleet arrived in waves, spreading out to surround Earth's solar system. Stone's voice boomed across all channels. "Earth is now under total blockade. Any attempt to break through will be met with maximum force." Director Williams received this message in the council chamber and actually laughed. "Should we show them now?" she asked the other council members. They agreed. It was time to reveal Earth's final surprise. At her signal, 500 Earth ships appeared suddenly across the galaxy. They had been there all along, invisible, waiting. Each one approached an Imperial world, broadcasting the same message. "Greetings from Earth. We come offering freedom from Imperial rule. We bring gifts of shield technology and independence." Stone watched in horror as reports flooded in. Earth ships were everywhere, far beyond the blockade, appearing at worlds across Imperial space. His massive fleet, gathered to trap Earth, had left the Empire exposed. "Impossible," he shouted. "They can't have faster-than-light ships. They can't be in that many places at once." But they were. Guardian had coordinated the entire operation, timing it perfectly. As Imperial ships rushed to respond to the widespread rebellion, their formations around Earth weakened. Earth's defensive barrier flickered, showing patterns that drew Imperial ships into careful traps. Quantum fields activated, shutting down weapons and engines. The Empire's mighty blockade began to fall apart from the inside. "Your empire is built on fear and lies," Earth broadcast to the Imperial fleet. "We bring truth and cooperation. Your time of dominance is over." More worlds declared their independence every hour. The Empire's control was breaking down faster than they could respond. Their mighty fleet, spread too thin trying to maintain the blockade and control rebellious worlds, began to lose cohesion. In desperation, Stone ordered a direct assault on Earth. "Break through their defenses. We must make them submit." But Earth had planned for this too. As Imperial ships charged forward, they found themselves caught in a web of quantum energy fields. Their weapons wouldn't fire. Their engines barely worked. They were trapped in a cage they couldn't even see. From his command ship, Commander Baker sent a final message to Stone. "You tried to isolate us from the galaxy. Instead, you've isolated yourselves from reality. The age of empires is ending. The age of cooperation has begun." Stone watched helplessly as his fleet fell apart. The mighty Empire, which had ruled the galaxy through fear for 1,000 years, was facing something they had never expected: defeat by unity. 3 months after the failed blockade, representatives from 1,000 worlds gathered in Geneva. The Great Hall, specially built for this historic meeting, hummed with excited conversation. Beings from across the galaxy, many still marveling at their newfound freedom, came together to build something new. Director Williams stood at the podium, looking out at the diverse crowd. Some delegates had silver skin like the imperial leaders, but now they wore simple clothes instead of elaborate imperial uniforms. Others were completely different species, finally free to show their true forms rather than hiding them from imperial prejudice. "Welcome to Earth," she began. "Once, we were all forced to bow to imperial power. Today, we meet as equals to create a different kind of future." In orbit above Earth, Commander Baker watched from the bridge of the EDS Vigilant as ships from hundreds of worlds moved peacefully through space. Each one carried defensive technology shared by Earth, ensuring that no single power could ever dominate them again. Guardian reports all ships are operating within safety protocols, his officer reported. The new quantum communication network is working perfectly. The AI system had evolved, now helping coordinate peaceful cooperation between worlds instead of just defending Earth. Guardian's capabilities had grown as it learned from each new species and civilization that joined the Alliance. In the Himalayan Command Center, Dr. Thomas worked with scientists from 40 different worlds. They shared technologies, combined their knowledge, and built new systems together. The quantum shields that had once protected Earth now protected 100 worlds, with more joining every day. The Empire never understood. He explained to a group of visiting scientists. True power comes from working together, not forcing others to submit. The Empire itself was transforming. With their fleet defeated and their authority broken, the Imperial Council had finally accepted reality. Their representatives at the Geneva meeting wore simple clothes and spoke with humility instead of arrogance. "We were wrong," admitted former High Commander Stone, now speaking as just another delegate. "We thought strength meant forcing others to obey. Earth showed us that real strength comes from helping others stand on their own." The new alliance took shape over several days of meetings. Every world would maintain its independence. Technology would be shared, not hoarded. Defense would be cooperative, not competitive. The Terran Defensive Pact was born. "Each world in our pact will have quantum shields and stealth technology," Williams announced. "Never again will one power be able to dominate others through superior weapons. We will defend each other." The galaxy was changing in other ways too. Trade routes opened between formerly isolated worlds. Cultural exchanges brought new ideas and art forms to every planet. Species that the Empire had labeled as primitive revealed centuries of hidden knowledge and technology. In Earth orbit, the advanced shipyards that had been hidden underwater now worked openly, building vessels that combined technology from dozens of worlds. Each ship was equipped with quantum shields and stealth systems, ensuring that the dark days of Imperial rule could never return. "We keep the peace through cooperation," Commander Baker explained to a group of new cadets from 20 different worlds. "Our strength is in working together, not fighting each other." The final ceremony marked the official end of the Empire and the beginning of the new alliance. As representatives from all 1,000 worlds signed the agreement, Guardian processed the historic moment and updated its primary mission, from defending Earth to protecting the peace of all member worlds. Director Williams made the final speech. "Earth once stood alone against an empire. We won not through superior firepower, but through patience, preparation, and the willingness to share our strength with others. Today, we stand together with friends from across the galaxy. No empire will ever threaten our freedom again." As the delegates celebrated, the quantum shield network surrounding Earth pulsed once, visible for a moment as a beautiful display of light. It was no longer just Earth's shield. It was the symbol of a new age of galactic cooperation.